Hey guys, my name is Kelly Cardenas. I've done work with you at the schools, the Paul Mitchell schools, throughout the last couple of years. You guys have been amazing to me, and I wanted to tell you guys about an incredible cause that we're working with here in our salon in Las Vegas and in Chicago. There's a girl came in to the salon. She was 12 years old. She had a pretty bad haircut. The reason why is because she cut her own hair because she thought she would get herself kicked out of school for it. Her dad brought her into the Mandalay Bay when I was working with the Robert Cromie salon, and when she got her hair done, her dad got the bill and was very mad and told her at 12 years old, "You're never coming in this salon again." Well, she had the kind of fire in her that said, "Dad, I'm going to go back. So I'm going to babysit. I'm going to work as hard as I can and save up money so I can go back to this amazing salon and have this great experience." Brandon Holt's actually the stylist that did her hair. And when he did her hair, he hadn't seen her for 6 months. And when she came back in, sat down in the chair, and Brandon said, "I haven't seen you for 6 months. Where have you been?" She said, "Well, I'm 12. I'm only 12, and so I've been babysitting. I've been saving up money for 6 months for me to be able to have the money to be able to come and get my hair done because my parents won't pay for it anymore." At that time, Brandon told her, "If you bring me in a report card with 3 A's, then I'll do your hair complimentary the next time." She left and she said there's no way that can happen because she wasn't going to school. She was kind of messing up at school, wasn't even attending. But after a little bit of time of seeing her roots grow in, she decided that it would be worth it. So she buckled down, worked hard in school, and brought in a report card with 3 A's. When she did that, Brandon did her hair complimentary and told her the only way that I'm going to do your hair again is if you bring in a straight A report card. Well, at this time, she completely was defeated. She said, "There's no way. I worked so hard to do 3 A's. I didn't even go to school before this, and now you're asking me to get straight A's. There's no way that this can happen." About 3 to 4 months later, she came into the salon with a straight A report card. And Brandon was so proud of her. Her parents were so happy for her. And she's been getting her hair done in the salon for the last 4 years. Well, Brandon said that she has to keep straight A's for him to do her hair. And actually, about 4 months ago, she came to me, and she was 16, and she told me, "Kelly, I want to be a hairdresser." And that touched my heart because I love this industry, and I love each and every one of you in the Paul Mitchell schools and the Paul Mitchell family and what Wynn has been able to do for all of us. When she said that she wanted to be a hairdresser, I asked her if you're serious. And she said, "Yes." I said, "But if you're really, really serious, I'll commit to you 100%, allow you to be in the salon, allow you to work in the salon like an internship at 16 years old, but we won't treat you like a 16-year-old. We'll treat you just like any other of our team. We'll lay the expectation on you, and we'll expect that you work just as hard as anybody else in the company." That time, she was so excited about it, but I knew at 16, sometimes you get excited about things and don't realize what you're getting yourself into. So I told her to go home and write out her goals, write out what she wanted, and get back to me. Now, she actually sent me an email, and I didn't respond on purpose. She called me, and I didn't respond on purpose because I wanted to see if she was really serious about this situation. When she did finally get a hold of me, we talked, and I told her that I was going to bring her into the salon. We weren't going to treat her like a 16-year-old, and there was going to be a lot of things that we started to change in her life. That meant dress code. That meant the way that she talked, the things that she talked about. And we were going to immerse her in this culture because all I wanted was the story, to be able to take this young lady at 16 years old and be able to give her a positive influence and be able to maybe change a life. She came into the salon, and I tell you, there's no one better that I've ever seen. This girl is a pit bull. I've never seen her person sell the way that she sells, be so convicted about it, and take a hold of the culture itself. In the last 4 months, she learned how to blow dry, learned how to shampoo, and no one in the salon, as far as a guest, when I explained that there's a 16 or 17-year-old girl in our environment, no one can pick that person out. No one can pick out that it's Elizabeth. Well, she actually found out she's this kind of person. She found out that she couldn't go to hair school during her senior year in Nevada. And she found out that she could in St. George. So she made a deal with her parents to move out of their house and found an apartment up in St. George, away from her parents at 17 years old, so she could go to hair school for her senior year. She's now attending the St. George hair school, or Paul Mitchell school there, and she just started. And the reason why I'm coming here to tell you guys this is because another part of it is we had a contest the other day in the salon. I challenged the assistants to sell 3 tools in one day. I have 4 assistants in the salon, and about 1 o'clock, Elizabeth came to me and said, "Kelly, I know I'm not an assistant, and I know I'm a part of the team, but can I be a part of this contest?" Because it was for a pair of Hikari scissors. At 1 o'clock, she asked me if it was okay if she participated. By 7 o'clock that night, she had sold 3 tools, and she was the one to win the Hikari scissors. She also got in a car accident, which almost stopped her from going to hair school because she had a $750 bill that her parents would not pay. And they said that if she didn't pay the bill, she couldn't have a car to be able to go to St. George in the first place. So she came to me and she said, Kelly, I need $750. So I would like to ask you the question, can I see a lot of women wearing flowers in their hair during updos and things like that. Can I start making the flowers and selling them in the salon to be able to help pay for my insurance so I can go to hair school? In 1 week, on $20 flowers, she sold $650 in flowers in 1 week. She made a little box. She brought it out to each guest, explained to them what she wanted to do. That's the type of person she is. So now she's actually living in St. George. She's going to the Paul Mitchell School. And what I want, guys, is I want Elizabeth to be able to come out of hair school. My ultimate goal, she's 17 right now. She's going to graduate when she's 18. Before she's 19 years old, she will be on the floor in my company, Kelly Cardenas Salon. My goal is that she is debt-free, and this is how you can help. I'm actually running a marathon. My wife challenged me to run a marathon. She told me that there's no way that I could finish it. So I figured in my competition spirit, I said I can finish it and if I put my mind to it. Now I'm training right now, and I'm not a runner. I've never ran in my whole life. And I'll remind you, a marathon is 26.2 miles. And I'm running this marathon, but I'm doing pledges, and I would love for you guys to get involved. And the way that you can get involved is you can donate, do pledges, and that I'm actually going to finish the marathon. And 100% of the proceeds are going to go to Elizabeth's education. My goal is to raise $12,000 so we can pay for Elizabeth's tuition at St. George Paul Mitchell School. And I think with the way that you guys raise money with the Paul Mitchell Schools, the way that Wynn gets behind things, I think we can do this. We have until December. I do a class on December 2nd at the St. George School, and I would like to present Elizabeth with that with our donation, with that scholarship to be able to pay for her education. And imagine if you could, if you're a student out there, or if you're a learning leader, if you're a school owner, imagine if when you got out of school, if you were completely debt-free, especially at 18 years old. Because right now she's actually having to pay for her school. She has to pay for her own gas. She's paying for her rent. She's actually selling flowers in St. George. She told me yesterday, I was on the phone with her, and she told me, Kelly, I needed gas money. And I was in the store, and I don't know how I did it, but I walked up to a woman and sold her a couple of flowers so I could put gas in my car so I could get home. I think this is a great cause. Her name is Elizabeth Aikman. She's going to the St. George School. I don't want her to know about this. If you can keep this between us, myself and all the Paul Mitchell schools and the Paul Mitchell family. But I would love for you guys to get behind this. Help me. My goal is $12,000 to raise for Elizabeth and be able to take care of her education. If you want to get involved, guys, you can call us at 702-454-7993. At Kelly Cardenas Salon. We have salons in Chicago and in Las Vegas. The phone number again is 702-454-7993. You can hop on our website at kellycardenassalon.com. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. You can send me a message. If there's any donations, it doesn't mean that it has to be thousands of dollars. It can be $10, $20, $5, $1, whatever it is. But let's pay for this kid's education and take her to a different side of life. Her parents aren't really supporting her right now, as far as they're not excited about her being a hairdresser. And I want to show that our industry is the best industry in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wynn, for the opportunity to be in the schools. Thank you for every one of the school owners who has had me in. And please give me a call. I'd love to do anything for you. I really appreciate it, and I would love for you to be behind this cause. Thank you so much. Have a great day.